Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
Return to the planet of the apes.
Welcome to another episode of Go Ape Podcast. I'm your excitable host, Jon Randall. With me as always,
Brandon Geringer.
hello Brandon.
Hello, why are you excitable?
I don't know. Sometimes I get excited about things.
Excitable about things?
Expendables?
Stupid.
Expendables.
Dumb.
His female version.
Where the fuck have you been, dude?
We took a little hiatus.
Why is that?
Last week you had some
I did
stomach
not.
problems.
No, I did not.
I was not feeling well last week, so we took a break.
Simian flu.
Simian flu got me. That's right.
Yeah. He was all busted up.
But
His Getty works.
due to some experimental drugs, I've kicked it, much like those people kicked Ebola. So
That's pretty good.
Apparently, they're now immune to that too.
Bullshit.
That's what they say.
Bullshit.
If I was immune to Ebola, I'd go to Africa and just like squat down by a dirty creek and just splash it in my face. I don't even know how you get Ebola. Is it mosquitoes?
This kid's a mess.
Is it mosquitoes? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
I don't know. I live in America.
I'm not a doctor.
I live in America, so
Ooh, that's not true. It's not right.
it is true.
You might get it here. You never know.
I doubt it. It's highly unlikely.
All right. So we took a hiatus. Apologies for those people that waited with just
Bated breath.
bated breath for the next episode. You know who you are out there.
Chill to the next episode.
Yeah,
That's what we say to you.
Yeah, just chill to the next episode, everybody. But we're back on track, and this week's episode is going to be episode 2, the Planet of the Apes TV show. It's called The Gladiators.
Yep.
Before we get into that, let's go through our other nerd stuff. We'll try not to do it too long, since we got 2 weeks of nerd stuff to talk about.
Yeah, this won't take long.
And so, what do you got?
Let's see. I bought a shit ton of comic books.
No.
I bought the complete image run of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which means I now have volume 1, 2, 3, and 4 all complete of Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
Little
thunder going on.
Yeah, it's a little bit stormy
A
here.
little stormy.
But it adds to the atmosphere.
Yeah.
In this creepy episode of Go Ape Podcast.
I guess it's creepy.
If they saw our faces, it would be.
All right.
Let's see, what else is there? I started playing Mass Effect.
He's a little behind. He's
Yeah.
a little behind. He
So
just started Mass Effect.
No spoilers, guys. Which is funny, actually, though, because I've gone all these years not knowing anything about any of those games. I know that everybody hated the end of 3, and they all cried about it. But
Well, they're bitches.
yeah, I mean, this is the problem with the internet. It's getting everyone a voice.
Well, we'll see. Once we get to the end of 3, maybe we'll have that.
If I ever get to the end of 3.
You better.
But, I mean, I started 1, and I'm trucking along in it. I'm enjoying it. I think
It'd be-
I'm about 15, 16 hours in now.
Pretty good.
I'm enjoying it.
Ooh, rain's slowing down.
It's tapering off.
Tapering off. Well, that's good that you've enjoyed the Mass Effect. You've enjoyed elevators. A couple elevators are in that game.
There's a lot of elevators. I hate that. Let's see. What else is there for me?
You did your fantasy draft today.
Fantasy football, yeah.
Yep.
It's the best day of the year. As I tweeted earlier, fantasy football is the best day of the year. Before the draft, anything's possible. After the draft, drafter's remorse.
Oh, I got
I
you.
have drafter's remorse.
Yeah, drafter's remorse. I wish
Because
I
you're
hadn't
like
picked
this.
that.
I wish I hadn't picked that guy. I wish I got this guy instead. I wish I'd have done this first.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
I wish I was a baller. Come on, you know the next line.
All right. Okay, so you got some good picks.
Shout out to Skilo.
He works down at Crystal.
He's at the car wash.
Yeah.
Little
Goofy.
so
Little
that's-
goofy.
I got that going, and
You're gonna go to Dragon Con in a couple days. Not too far from us.
maybe
Maybe
we'll see.
so.
Yeah, so if anybody hears this by then and you're at Dragon Con, give us a shout out. We'll meet up, sign some autographs for you.
Well, you'll meet up. I'm not going to Dragon Con.
I might drag you along.
I apologize, I won't be there. I am the preferred person to meet, but he's okay in a pinch.
I might drag you along.
He's okay in a pinch if you're going to pay for my ticket and look over my youngin.
You're young and you dump off with your mom.
All day. I don't know about it.
Yeah. It's like your mom cares. Your mom is like, she's in love with your kid.
All right.
And then, we just go on a Monday. We're going Monday. Labor Day.
You're going to pay for my ticket.
I'm not going to jump ahead and say that yet. But
And
we'll see what happens.
All right. We'll noodle it through. But
Didn't you get some birthday money yet?
I've spent lots of it, most of it.
Your birthday's coming up.
Yeah, it's Monday.
Yeah, exactly.
I've spent a lot of all of my birthday money already, and I've not even gotten any of it.
But what I'm saying is like Ron might send you a gift, so maybe you can go then.
It's going to be gift certificates to restaurants. That's what I'll get from.
Well, then you could buy our lunch that day to reimburse me.
Oh, I love gift certificates to
What
restaurants.
about Flip Burger? We could go to Flip Burger.
Yeah, Flip Burger's pretty good. It's a Richard Blaze a burger restaurant down there in Atlanta, Georgia. We'll see. We'll talk about it. But 20% yes right now.
What's happened with you the last 2 weeks? I've taken up 5 minutes of our time.
It's all right. Of course, I hit my 30 pounds.
Thank God.
Good. Yep, 30 pounds.
Have you started eating bread?
I have started eating bread.
How's that treating you?
Not great. Not great. The food that we eat is terrible for us. That's just all there is to it. But I'm not completely back to my old bad ways. I'm still doing a couple of meals that are still low carb. I have not yet had any sugary drinks or anything like that. Still waters. And but I am eating, French fries every once in a while and normal foods. But I'm just balancing it now.
Did you take a picture of your face and
do
the side by side face comparison?
I haven't done it yet because I needed to shave and I've got to wear that same shirt that's in my Twitter picture.
You need to do that and tweet that out.
I will.
Because I can tell just looking at you, your face is much thinner than in your Twitter picture. You're a real fat face.
You're a big fat face in that. You're a real marshmallow face.
Brandon Gallagher, a.k.a. Big Head.
Yeah. Let's see. I killed a man, but I missed it. Something caught my eye, and I missed it. Mm-hmm. People tried to tell me about it, but it's not the same. So that's an old Kids in the Hall bit. I've been buying lots of Call of Cthulhu Adventures and supplements, and been playing that, playing role-playing games, all the usual. Work on my house a little bit in the yard and stuff like that. That's pretty boring. And I got Diablo 3 for me and the wife, playing it on the 360. Mm-hmm. Be nice to have it on one of these newfangled
All three of us can play tonight.
That's true. It'd be nice to have one of these newfangled systems you've been hearing about, the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Don't need it.
But don't really need it. But it would be cool to see what it looks like, the difference. But
you just don't need that.
But yeah, $40 and you get...
How do you like playing with the sticks? The sticks are great.
Oh, yeah.
The roll move that
better.
they did?
Much better.
I love that when I was playing on Xbox.
It's practically a preferred version to play with. Even though my huge screen I have for my computer, Diablo 3 looks amazing. So it's a little bit of a graphic hit, but still nothing terrible. I mean, it's really good. I really like it a lot. And the new character class, the Crusader, is awesome.
Don't hit the table.
Oh, I've hit the table. Other than that, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy. Mm-hmm. It gets an A+ from me. Okay. It gets 100 out of 100. It gets the highest score you can give.
Not one criticism of the whole thing.
I do have a criticism of it, but hold on. I think I had a criticism of it, but I actually fixed the criticism with some deep thought.
You fixed it. Okay.
Yeah, I fixed it. I went, you know what? That doesn't seem right. And then I thought about it. I said, well, no, they did show how that works. So, yeah, no, I have zero criticisms of the movie. Right. And it's a movie that I will, of course, own with US dollars. I'll give it to a vendor. I'll right-click on the vendor, or possibly Amazon, and it'll be shipped to me. And then commerce and capitalism, and I'll have the movie in Blu-ray form, and I'm going to watch it several times. Yeah, it's a very enjoyable film.
And next week, I'll give the viewers my letter grade of the film, because I'm going to go see it tomorrow.
And as y'all all know, he's already kind of a Debbie Downer, so expect like a B+.
No, as I told you...
Expect a B+.
As I told you, what this movie has going for it is... I don't care about the source material. Okay. So I can just go to it and enjoy it as a movie.
Hopefully you will enjoy it.
I don't have any emotions invested in it like I did on one Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant
Dignity.
Teenage Mutant Turtles. I would have to say that Guardians of the Galaxy is probably the best film that I've seen in many years, as well as I believe it's the best Marvel movies of these movies, mainly because I don't really care too much about these superhero guys that we've seen. I mean... Iron Man was really good, the first Iron Man, and some of the other ones I think are kind of boring and blah. And I think Avengers is way overrated, as I believe you believe that as well.
Yep.
And
one of us needs to go buy Amazing Spider-Man 2 so we can see it.
So we can see that, even though I heard it's not as great. Now, granted, it's not in the Marvel.
I vote you go.
Yeah, I probably should, because I do enjoy that first.
So
I like the first one.
You need to get that so we can.
I don't have any money, even though I have my birthday coming up. I've spent it all on Call of Cthulhu books.
You're an idiot.
I've got a lot of Call of Cthulhu books, and I've been contact papering them.
Let's talk about this for a second, because I think our viewers would like to know.
Our viewers?
Yeah. Well, I'm just sticking with it.
They're looking at the screen.
I'm sticking with it.
They're looking at their iPod, their iPhone screen or whatever.
you had to finagle a deal to get.
We don't want to talk about the deal.
Yeah, we do.
No.
People need to know about this.
No, we're not talking about the deal on here. No. I had to do some acts that we don't need to speak about. They're illegal in most states.
They're not dirty deeds or anything.
Done dirt cheap.
But I think you should. I think you should say it.
I just did a deal with my wife about naming our upcoming baby, and it landed me some money. Let's not say how much. How much?
We won't say how much.
But it landed me some money.
But needless to say, you sold your baby naming rights.
Correct.
To your next child.
Yes.
To your wife.
Lucrative deal.
Yes, so that's what happened. You sold your baby naming rights.
And I've already spent it. It was a large sum of money. And I spent it on...
on Call of Cthulhu.
No, Call of Cthulhu books and video games, subsequently and so forth.
Video games.
Yeah.
Which video games?
And some tar heroin. What do you mean?
The Diablo 3?
No, that was hers. That was her gift for her birthday.
So what'd you do?
I got Risen and Risen 2 that were on $5 each.
Okay.
On thing. I got...
Did you buy any of those Final Fantasies when they were on sale?
No, I already got most of those.
Oh, wait, you bought a couple when we went by GameStop.
Yeah.
I can't remember what
Games
they
at
were.
GameStop. Tales. I got Tales of...
Symphonia?
Yeah, Tales of Symphonia Chronicles. And
That's right.
more Japanese RPG games that just go on the huge shelf of Japanese RPG games that will take me hundreds and hundreds of hours to try to beat. So
and years of your life.
Yeah, many, many years of my life. And I'm probably just going to pass them down. And my last dying breath to my daughters will be, beat those games for me.
To your current daughter and your yet to be named daughter that you have no rights today.
I have no say. But she will pass it off to me and say, what do you think about this name? And if I don't like it, I think she'll still take that under consideration.
I'm still voting for 12 Gauge.
12 Gauge Geringer would be pretty good.
It's a good name.
It's a good name. So yeah, that was pretty fun. But Call of Cthulhu, video games, money spent, birthday coming up.
Yours is Monday?
I'll be 37 years old, dude.
Yep.
3 years from now, I'll be turning 40.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Yours is Monday and the wife's is Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So a lot of birthdays in August. That's that December Christmas,
Canoodling.
Yeah. Finagling. Hot sheets, whatnot.
Ugh.
So, what else? Is that about it?
Yeah, that's all I got. I don't really have anything else.
And we might watch Thor 2 tonight. The Thor Dark World.
Maybe. I'm not even excited to do that.
I'm not excited, but you got to see it. I heard it was better than the first one.
Do I?
Yeah, you're a comic book fan. Our fans think that you should see comic book movies.
Dude, but here's the thing, man. The whole Marvel Universe movie thing.
They're boring.
Yeah, they're not that great.
Now, Winter Soldier's supposed to be phenomenal.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
I know it is, but here's my thing. Of all the ones that have come out, okay? Mm-hmm. I like Iron Man 2.
Yep.
Iron Man 3 was abysmal.
People love it.
I don't really give a shit what people love. It's a terrible film.
Screw them.
Well, unlike those people, I actually like Iron Man in my Iron Man film.
Yeah.
And he's not in the film.
I understand.
I think overall of that, I think it might have been 2.5 hours. There was 20 minutes of him in the suit.
Right.
In the whole movie.
Not much Iron Man.
Movie's crap.
Okay. Dookie.
I like Captain America. Most people hate Captain America.
I don't hate it. It's very lukewarm.
Okay. Thor's not that great. It's got one good fight scene at the very start of the movie, and then it's downhill.
Yep. Doesn't never reaches its zenith the way it did in the beginning scene.
Avengers is overrated.
Overrated.
It's not a bad movie,
Nope.
but here's the thing. I bought it two Christmases ago.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So Christmas of 2012, I bought the movie.
Right.
I've yet to unwrap it.
Yeah,
so it hasn't been watched again.
Well, if you're going to watch it, you're just going to fast forward the last 30 minutes and watch them fight.
Hasn't been watched again. So that's what I think of Avengers.
Whole beginning stupid and Loki's
And like I
dumb.
said, I haven't seen Captain America 2, and I haven't seen Thor 2. And I think that's it, other than Guardians, which I'll see tomorrow. But is there another Marvel movie I'm forgetting? That's everything I think of.
Yeah.
Overall, I don't care what everybody else thinks about how great and interwoven their universe is.
Yeah, I guess
They're not that great.
Well,
I just don't think they're that great.
I don't think they're that great. I think Iron Man started off really rock hard. I like number 2. It's not as good, of course, but it's all right. It's still got some good stuff into it. And Captain America is lukewarm. I think it just doesn't ever reach a peak at all. It just kind of hits a good spot and then kind of stays there till the end. Thor, like we talked about, great beginning scenes.
He's cut.
Yeah. The human elements are terrible in that film.
The armor looks terrible. It's all plastic.
Armor's all plastic, looking terrible. And then the Avengers is got a horrific beginning, absolutely stupid beginning. It's got a lot of dumb stuff in the beginning. The whole first half is just kind of bad and shit. But people don't care because when they left the theater, they saw a big 30-minute battle scene at the end that looked cool, and granted it did. And everybody said how amazing it was. And it was so great to see them all together. Okay, well, that's what it's supposed to be. You need to take that for granted. Like, they're supposed to be like that. Like, the Hulk is supposed to act like that. So that was one of my things about it. I'm like, yeah, we finally get to see the Hulk the way he's supposed to be, and now everybody's so fucking happy about it. Great.
Although I did like the Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. I thought that was a good movie.
A little bit like
most people don't count that. No. I don't think in the Marvel films.
I think they are, isn't it?
I mean, I guess it is.
He looked like a zombie to me. That's my only critique.
Who? Edward Norton did?
The Hulk did. He looked like a zombie. He was always covered in like muck and dirt. He looked like he looked like an undead.
Well, he looked better than John Woo's.
Oh well, let's not talk about that.
Or Ang Lee. Who directed that? Was Ang Lee, right?
Ang Lee.
He looked better than that one.
He's in the clouds with that movie. He's up in the clouds.
He's such a terrible movie.
Oh, it's bad.
That one's really bad.
Yeah. That's well known.
Eric Bana can be pissed on.
Well, Nick Nolte, Thick Bolte can be pissed on in that film.
It's just bad all the way around.
Yeah.
That one's really bad. But I mean,
I heard this one's supposed to be better. This story's supposed to be better, so let's watch it. You got nothing else to do? I don't know if there's any.
We'll see what else is on.
Really,
dude, there could be something better to watch it that is to spend our time on.
Well, you might need to see it because there's a small reference, a slight little thing in Guardians about Thor 2. So,
of course there is.
It's just a small little thing.
Of course there is.
It's a small little
tie them all together.
But next week we'll talk a little bit about Guardians. We'll be able to have a more in-depth conversation about Guardians.
And I think by then, we're spoiler free at that point.
Yeah. What time do we got here? We're not even
coming up on 16 minutes, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is.
Well, they've been waiting to hear, and they've been waiting to hear too. These people.
Yeah,
they've been chomping at the bit.
Us.
Yeah, they've been. I think all 12 of them have been missing us.
Yeah,
and that's being probably pretty optimistic about the numbers. We've taken a bit of a dive, I believe.
I haven't looked at our numbers in a while.
I don't know.
I quit looking at them.
So we should just pretty much say whatever we really want and just
one day we're going to get an email though.
I know.
One day.
It'll be from like a little boy.
Somebody's going to email us at go8podcastshow@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Someone will do that.
Or they'll say something to us on Twitter at Go8Podcast.
Well, we've had a couple of those at least.
Yeah, more please.
Yeah, more.
We yearn for acceptance.
Well, one of us does.
We still like Planet of the Apes though, right?
Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, just in general.
Yeah, of course.
So let's talk about episode 2 of Planet of the Apes TV show.
The Gladiators.
Yeah, it's called The Gladiators, and it's overall, just real quick, did you like the episode?
I do like this episode.
All right.
The first time we watched the first run through when we watched the series, I thought the first episode was kind of boring. I enjoyed this episode though when we got to it.
I like the first episode.
No. I do too. Going back, I very much like the first episode.
Right. Well, you were attracted to there's a certain actor, well-known A-list actor, in this episode.
But at this time, he was not well known.
True. But now we do. Now we know who he is.
We all know him as the Beastmaster,
Mark Singer.
Yep.
Mark Singer as a young lad, still pretty feisty.
Yep. You could tell this very early on in his career. A decade later, he would go on to star in V.
Yep. And he's in the Beastmaster.
Yep, obviously.
And he's in V. And he was in the Beastmaster.
And the Beastmaster 3.
And the Beastmaster 12. I don't know.
I think they made 3. And there's only one thing I remember from 3. Well, there's 2 things.
Yeah.
I remember someone trying to grab something and they couldn't quite get it.
Yeah, they couldn't get it up.
And then I remember a plastic lion falling out of a net.
Yeah. It was a very fake looking lion. But that's Mark Singer, and he's a familiar face, so that's enjoyable to see. And this episode starts off with, you see the name, so when they're doing the cast, the opening credits, it shows his name, so you're like, ooh, Mark Singer.
Of course, back in 1974, nobody knew who that was.
Right.
We did, though.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we know all about it. So you've got, the first scene is with our good General Urko, and he is telling another gorilla, pretty much go get these dudes.
The gorilla has a very gorilla-like name.
Yeah, it's very gorilla-esque.
Yeah, the gorilla's name is Jason.
Yeah, Jason
the gorilla.
Jason the gorilla is his name. So that's the name of probably the director's son. That he decided
probably was the director's son.
Or probably so. I want to be in your show, Dad. Cram it, kid.
Wasn't a great actor that portrayed him.
His name was Jason.
I didn't like his mask.
His mask was
now
very
we will say that we're getting into a B team chimp mask with this one.
A little bit.
It didn't have much jaw movement.
No jaw movement. Very minimal. So it starts off when he's like, "Go get these dudes." They show a map of like the West Coast. It's on this big wall. It looks pretty cool. And Joe Archer's like, "You need to go find these dudes. All right, they're gonna be out in these areas. Look for them." Okay. So I've got written here, our boys. The boys, which is Galen, Peter, and Alan, they're out, sitting beside this river/stream thing, and Galen gives them something called an oper, which is like this fruit. I thought it looked kind of neat, even though it has like some sort of like.
It looks like
vines.
an oval orange, is what it looks
but with
like.
Vines growing off the bottom, like rotten looking vines. Did you see the black things?
And now, did you make a note of how Peter described it?
I did not.
I believe he said it feels like a banana.
I thought it peeled like a banana.
Peeled like a banana, tastes like an orange,
Yeah.
and there was something else with it
Does it
too.
look like an apple?
Maybe he said maybe I don't know
Something.
But yeah, it looked like an oval orange.
It was like a mutant. It was a mutant fruit.
But he said it was good.
Man, I think it might have been a lie to appease Galen.
Yeah, well, Galen said they're good.
Yeah.
Galen enjoys them.
So Alan's got all these plans. If y'all remember from the last episode, Alan's like, "Look, we got this disc. He's got high hopes about this disc. They're going to find a computer or some sort of technology. I'll let them use the information on this disc and let them get back home." Once again, Peter's like, not going to happen, old man. And Alan's like, "Look, this is how it's going to be. We got to have something. You never know. This technology could be over that hill or over those mountains or through those woods. So let's try to find somebody that, something that might."
And they might as well do something. Because doing nothing ain't going to get them home.
Yeah, no.
So as much as I like Peter, he's a little bit of an ass sometimes.
Yeah, he's got some...
I don't know. Maybe he's just accepted their situation.
I think so. I think he's a little bit of a Debbie Downer.
Plus, Alan has a family to get home to.
Yeah, he's got some motivation and drive.
Peter was batching it anyways.
Yeah,
So.
with that big hair. So all of a sudden they hear the sounds of like a fist fight, like the guys like tussling and stuff, and so they go check it out.
Good use of tussling.
Yeah, tussling. They're tussling it out, and there's two dudes beating each other's ass in the middle of this like clearing.
Yep.
So they watch it for a little bit, and instantly Peter jumps into the mix with a flying kick.
Literally.
Yeah, with a flying kick. I've got here, Peter and Alan jump into the mix. Alan beats ass. Peter not so much. Peter got his ass kicked. Full Nelson. He got into a full Nelson
Dude,
instantly.
he got the full Nelson, but he got out of it on his own. But let's talk about this for a second.
Yeah.
The reason why he got the full Nelson. So the two guys are fighting.
Yep.
Peter runs in, jump kick, as you said, hits a guy who we soon find out his name is Tolar. He knocks him down in an attempt to help the other guy.
Yeah.
The other guy stands up out of nowhere.
Hey.
Extreme elbow to Peter. Attacks Peter. Come to find out, these guys are training with each other.
Yeah, they're fighting. They're sparring off on each one, like real physical.
So yeah, so that's when they go and quickly Peter's put into the full Nelson by Tolar.
Yeah, Alan does a flying
leap, just like Superman's into him,
like body leap. I don't know.
He dives like fist first, like right into Mark Singer, the Beastmaster.
He'll be referred to as Mark Singer and the Beastmaster throughout this episode
because I can't remember his real name.
Was it? I thought it was Dalton.
Dalton. It was Dalton.
It was
Dalton.
Dalton from Roadhouse.
Yeah, it's Dalton.
Patrick Swayze. Rest in peace, Patrick Swayze. We love you.
It's a great film.
We love Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
His brother's still out there, Patrick Swayze, doing some work. All right.
Don Swayze.
Rupert T. Swayze. All right.
Swayze crazy.
So they take off after they beat these guys' asses.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they kind of rough them up and they take off. And you see a chimp come up on a horseback, and he looks kind of like a prefect or some older dude. Older apes are usually prefects for these areas.
He's got the gray streaks in his beard.
Yeah, and you find out the older human guy, who's the dad, we find out, of Mark Singer, named Tolar. He speaks to the chimp, and he asks him is his son ready for tonight, like in the fights or the games or some shit. And Tolar, he finds the disc, and I've got written here, Tolar finds the disc that Peter must have dropped because he's slack.
Bullshit.
Alan is an old man. He's old and clumsy. And he dropped the disc during the middle of their brouhaha with Tolar and the Beastmaster. And so he dropped the disc. Tolar finds it, pockets it. And Jonathan's having a bit of an issue right now. I don't know what's going on with him. I think
I'm sorry when you said brouhaha. It made me think of something.
Jesus. It's vampire. Right? Go ahead and do it.
Alan killed one of our brouhaha.
That is a reference to Kindred the Embrace, a TV show that came on Fox, lasted one season, and is very much missed by me.
8 episodes.
Yeah, it's missed by me. But that's an inside joke between me and him. And
sorry, everybody.
So Tolar pockets this disc. Not Tolar, the prefect. We find out his name is Prefect Barlow. And Alan's like, shit, I dropped that disc. I got to go get it. Right?
Yeah. And Peter And Galen are like,
screw
no, we can't go back there.
Yeah.
And at this point, as they're saying that,
Thunder.
Alan is about a quarter of a mile away at this point. Like, he didn't give a shit. He was like, I gotta go back and get it. And by the time they turn around to be like, hey, what's that?
Yeah, you're
He's
gone.
gone. He's gone. He's just gone.
So the prefect's got it. They go into the neighboring village where obviously the prefect lives. And they're going to use a ruse here. Now, several times in this show, in this season, the one season it had,
This series, yeah.
Galen is the ruse as he takes on a persona and goes and because they're using his ability to look. He is a chimpanzee to go into this prefect's house, and it's funny because he's like, he knocks on the door. Prefect opens the door. He's like, "Hey, my name's Galen. Can I come in?"
Yep.
Sure can.
Come right in,
Come
Galen.
right in, yes, sir. So,
well, in this world, apes trust apes.
yeah, they do, and he doesn't know Galen, so he's thinking he's probably from another town, he's from another city, he's probably educated. Obviously, he's a chimpanzee, and they're more the educated types.
The science,
right? And so he's like, "Yes, please," but there's no like, "Hey, I'm Galen," and he doesn't have to give a spill at all to the prefect. He's just like, "May I enter your house?" "Yes, you may enter my house."
Yeah, he's not selling. He's not trying to sell popcorn.
No, nothing like that. Yeah, or knives.
Yeah, he's not a knife salesman.
So he goes inside, and Galen tells him that he's into artifacts, like ancient artifacts. Mm-hmm. So right then, he's kind of like, "Oh, that's cool," or he kind of gives him some lip about, "Don't we have enough artifacts, or don't we have problems with that already?" Some sort of horse shit. And the disc is laying right there on the desk, and there's a moment where Galen tries to yoink it. I've got written, fails.
Yeah, he's good at charming, poor at subterfuge.
Yeah, his dexterity is quite low. I'd probably give it an 8, 7 maybe.
Out of what?
20. It's just
Okay,
like
20.
D&D.
Okay.
D&D stats there.
Okay.
So Prefect actually shows him a kind of a cool scene where he shows them this metal. They're talking about how humans are, and he's like, "Well, look at this piece of metal I got here, this club, and it's a golf club." Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Look at this golf club," and it's another one of those moments where you're supposed to be like, he's got a club. And he's like, "Well, the metal that's used in this is, the way that you make this metal is, ancient but more advanced than what we have now." And Galen's kind of like, "Well, that disc is too. You ought to let me look at it." And he's like, "Nah, I don't think I will." Really no real reason. He's just kind of like, "Nah, I don't think so."
Well, because he says, no point in looking at this. It's clearly not one of your artifacts because it's too new.
It's too new.
It's not old like this.
Right.
You see this club's all old and dingy. This thing's very new and shiny.
So you won't be
and
able to
silver.
see it. Yeah.
He's like, so it's not an artifact. You don't need to see it.
So,
No, it is when you get a new toy.
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's mine.
Yep. And the show has a issue throughout the whole season where scenes that are in night is like they just put pantyhose over the camera lens, so it doesn't look that dark, but the guys are acting like it's dark, So Alan and Peter are boys. They quickly KO a gorilla. You don't see the KO.
You just see his body being drugged
Yeah,
off.
because this gorilla was watching over a herd of horses in a pen, right? Mm-hmm. So they start to take the horses very nonchalantly. I don't know if you noticed. They're just like, la, 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 we've got these horses.
Yeah, they're just like, let me take our time picking the good ones.
Yep. And out of nowhere, Gorilla Goon Squad catch them, as well as Galen's there and the prefect. They're all like, we got you. We caught you. So it switches over to our heroes, Peter and Alan. They're in a cage out in the middle of like town square. All the humans are watching them. They're being guarded by some gorillas. And next thing you know, here comes Tolar and his son. They just come walking through the crowd, walking straight up. Peter tries to talk to Tolar. Tolar goes, all right. I'll just bend down and grab up some dirt, kind of fills it in his hand, instantly into the face of Peter. So he quickly gets some dirt in the face. It's a humorous scene, and probably one that Peter quite deserves, I think, just for his overall attitude. He's not as good as Alan. So they take Peter out of the cell, because he's pretty much like, what they did was go, okay, Tolar, name the one you want to beat the shit out of.
This was a challenge.
Yeah. Who do you want to fight out of these two assholes? And he's like, take this with dirt in your face, punk. Peter, they bring him out.
Which is Peter was more than willing.
Yeah. He's like, I'll take you on.
He's like, I'll fight you.
Now, Tolar's got some beef on him. I will let him know that.
Yeah, he had some guns.
He's got some, and he's got very small eyes, which I don't like. I don't like these little beady eyes that Tolar has. He's got a thick neck. He hates sleeves. No sleeves does this man wear to show off those biceps. So he's an intimidating dude, and he's got a little bit of Kurt Russell action going on with his jaw and chin area. So there's a horn that's used to call the people to the Gladiator games, and that's where the Gladiators, the name comes from, because this town, the way that this prefect has decided to kind of put a stop to human fighting in their war that they do, is to let them get out their aggression through gladiator games, much like in the Roman times. Bit of a yawn from Jonathan. He's had a big day. And so they use this horn, and Peter's going to fight Tolar, and the fight's Galen's there with the prefect up on this precarious little watcher's nest type thing. Mm-hmm. And Tolar comes out in wolf pelts or some shit. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah,
what animal
it was at least probably like a whole pack of wolves, like sewn together. He's wearing.
Yep. And it takes him about...
Had to be pretty hot, by the way.
Yeah, very hot, especially that hot sand that they're on, just the way it looks. And it takes him about 6 seconds to take it off. Apparently he has some problems with the clasp. It's humorous to watch him fiddle with it.
And he's dressed like He-Man.
Yeah, he does look like He-Man. Or...
Hercules.
Yep. And so Peter's the challenger versus Tolar. All right? And this is going to be to the death. That's what we find out. That's what the prefect says. He's got a sword in his hand. He's like, this fight's to the death. And Tolar gets the first hit. He rolls initiative. He gets his initiative.
He goes to salute. He goes hold fist up in Nazi salute to Barlow, and then instantly jams elbow down into Peter's face.
And Peter is starting to get roughed up. I got written here, they fight and whatnot. I got that written down.
Tossed around.
They get tossed around a couple times, and it quickly shows Goon Gorilla Jason is in the Apes from Ape City. He's searching for the prefect at his house. Hey, prefect, where are you? I need to talk to you. Right. So I've got here, Tolar gets ass beat. Is that right?
Yeah, that is right. I mean, Peter kicked his ass.
Peter kicks his ass. Okay.
Because Peter is the number one person in this entire show with hand-to-hand combat skills. Mm-hmm. That's what he was here for.
That's pretty what he is. He's the Kirk. He's the Captain Kirk. Of the,
yep. And we did see a Kirk crush.
There was a Kirk crush. And a Kirk crush, for those that don't know, is when you take your hands and
double
axe handle, come down on top of somebody, and that's what I call the Kirk crush. And he uses it 1 to 6,000 times in those seasons of the original Star Trek,
which I can verify because I've been watching that. So I just finished the first.
It's usually his first attack. He's a Kirk crush.
Yeah, it's his number one attack.
Yeah. And
his go-to.
Yeah, it gives him like a +4 bonus to damage or something. So he uses it often. I'm kind of going off. Do you want to take any of this? You want me to keep going?
Keep going.
All right.
Fine.
So of course, the prefect's like, toss down sword. You got to kill him. You got to kill him.
Yep.
And Peter's like, nah. See, I
won't be doing that.
That's not cool. He's like, I'm not down for that.
Now, several things happen with this.
Oh yeah. It's a bit of a
number one. There's a little bit of a riot because he refuses the prefect's thing.
These people are like, motherfucker, you better kill this guy.
It has a certain effect on Tolar as well.
Well, Tolar's KO. We'll find that. His effect. He doesn't take it very well. He yearns for death.
Yeah,
Tolar does.
He wanted to die in battle.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most humorous scenes of the parts of the whole show. So Galen and Peter they make for the exit and they take off. I don't know how they weren't chased down. It showed no one.
They just left.
Yeah, they're like, we're out of here. All right. So it quickly turns to the prefect getting shit from Gorilla Jason. Jason's like, you don't rule with fucking gladiator games. You rule with this, and he's got his fist up in front of Barlow's face.
I can't take any gorilla named Jason seriously.
That's true.
I just can't.
He's like, you fight with this. This is power right here. Okay, so he knows what he's talking about.
Well, he did learn from Urko, the best.
That is true. And so it shows Mark Singer, the Beastmaster. He's getting water for his old man. His old man got his ass beat, and he's laying on a cot, completely defeated in the dark, and he's got a big case of the SADS. That it's pretty crap. Actually, I think I've got written down here somewhere that Tarlo's gone full on emo in this show.
You mean Tolar?
Tolar, what did I say?
You said Barlow has gone full on emo.
I'm a mess. He does.
He is a real woe is me from here on out.
Yeah, it's pretty funny actually.
He's like, why did he kill me? I should have died. Yeah. Why did he deny me that? And I believe his quote was, I'm a dead man breathing.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I'm a dead man breathing.
He's got a slow turn at one moment where he's just slowly turning his head towards the camera. It's great. It's straight out of like an old soap opera when he does that. It makes me laugh every time. So Peter and Alan show up to the Beastmaster's house with his old man. And Tolar is kind of roughs Alan up a little bit. You know, he's like, you sons of bitches. Yep. Y'all should have killed me. And so they go, and I've got here, Tolar is a shithead to Peter for not having killed him, which is funny. Because what happens is, I got this wrong. Tolar goes, and doesn't he talk? No, Jason goes and roughs up Alan a little bit in the cell. That's what he does. He's like, tell me about your people and where you're from, bullshit like that. And then Peter and Galen go see the Beastmaster, and then of course Tolar's a shithead to Peter for not having killed him. He's like, I'll tell you what, for not killing me, you bastard. And I got here written as well, the dead man that breathes. And of course Jason is sick of hearing about Barlow's fucking Gladiator games. He's like, enough of these fucking games. Tolar's all emo, and a noise from the door, and Peter tells the Beastmaster that he had no reason to kill his father. And this is the moment where Mark Singer, the Beastmaster, is starting to have some doubts about why didn't you kill, because this is pretty much how they do things. Like, why wouldn't you want to kill? And they tell him, they obviously know that they're from another time, and he's, Beastmaster's like, look, people didn't kill back then, or how was it in your time, and stuff like that. And the prefect shows up to see how Tolar is. Of course, they go and hide, our boys do. And he pretty much says, Beastmaster, you're going to fight tonight. And you got to fight Alan tonight.
To the death.
Yeah, to the death, because the people want blood, and that's what you'll give them. You'll give them a death. And so someone's going to die tonight. So, of course, and Alan's like, all right, Alan can get his ass beat. I'm going to go ahead and say that now. All right, Alan's my boy, but he'd probably get pwned pretty bad from Mark Singer.
He's a evil man.
Especially if he broke out those two ferrets on him, too. That would probably...
Kodo and Poto?
Yeah, they'd probably do him in. And so...
I can't even remember those names.
Well, we're big Beastmaster fans.
That really came from somewhere deep in the back of my mind.
Mm-hmm. Who else knows what lurks there?
I mean, I don't know the last time I saw that film.
Yeah, me either. A long time ago. Well, Jeff was a big Beastmaster fan.
Yeah.
So, Prefect talks to Barlow. That's the same thing. I got it messed up here.
You've lost your spot.
I've lost it. I've written down the wrong thing. Oh, no.
Well, I want to be honest.
It's out, yeah.
We got through about 30 minutes of this episode. We couldn't get the fucking name straight.
Yeah.
We were like, who is who?
Who are these guys? Well, Jason throws us off. That's one problem. So, no, it's... Barlow goes... The Prefect Barlow, he goes and talks to Alan about the disc and what time he comes from. And it's at this point that Mark goes and visits the grave of his mother. His mother's deceased, and he believes that she was a pacifist as well. Mm-hmm. And Tolar talks to him about his mother and how many men he's killed. So he kind of challenges Dad on how many he's killed.
How many have you killed? As many as I've fought.
Yeah.
He's killed everyone he's ever fought.
Probably like 8 or 9 million people is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And
I think he was actually responsible for the majority of the human race being extinct.
Could be. He's a real murderer. Very nice. He didn't take any damage. He didn't have any, no one really got the upper hand on him to, rip anything off. So Mark kind of talks to the Prefect about not wanting to kill. He's like, look, dude, I don't really want to do this. I've kind of had a change of heart. He's like, oh, okay. You're arrested. So he arrests Marky Mark is what I was about to say.
He's like, oh, I see. Arrested.
Yeah, arrested. And Galen quickly goes and tells his dad, Tolar. And so he's like, look, your boy's about to be arrested because he doesn't want to fight.
Tolar's real slow to catch on at that point.
He's like, huh? Tolar wants to see his son because now his son has been thrown in a cell with Alan. So you got the Beastmaster and Alan in a cell. They kind of have a little heart-to-heart, and they talk really close to one another. This is an uncomfortable scene.
Close talkers.
They're very close talkers. People, we are talking about 3 inches away their mouths were. And there's one moment, I thought they were going to kiss. I'm going to be honest with you. For a brief moment, they kind of sit there for a second. I was like, here comes the love scene.
Not in 1970s America.
No. And I doubt that Mark Singer asked for a stunt double in his love scene. Because a love scene is a stunt. Oh, sorry. That's for somebody out there I know that's listening to this who will enjoy it. And so he's like, look, I want to see my son. He's talking to the 2 gorillas that are out front. They're like, Tolar, don't make us get rough with you. You can't see him. What happens?
I want to preface this before I say what happens with, of all the, I think, 13, 14 episodes, however many it is.
Just go with it.
This is the only time you will ever see what's about to happen.
Yeah.
That I can recall.
From both of them.
Yeah. Well, no. From one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting. Extreme rarity here. Galen and Peter leap off the top of the jail into the gorillas to knock them out.
Yeah.
You will never fucking see Galen do anything again. Anything physical.
Yeah.
He's going to shy away from it.
This kid's a pencil pusher. That's what this kid's doing. What's he doing jumping off the top of a cell? That's stunt double. That stunt double's like, I'll do it.
Yeah, but
Roddy, you sit down.
Galen will never be in a fight. Every time there's a fight on the show, he's cowering off in some corner somewhere.
He's not a fighter. He's a lover.
Like we said, he's already entrenched himself with where they're trying to get into.
The spy.
So he has to look like, get these guys.
Get these guys. So they both jump down on top of the gorillas and they beat their asses. Okay?
They pretty much instantly knocked them out.
Yeah. They spring our boys and they're all trucking. Right? So Jason pops out of the prefect's house and he's like, "You stop right there, you sons of bitches." And Tolar's like, "You go," he does the old, "I'll sacrifice myself. I'll charge Jason with a gun," stupid, "while you run away." And so as he's charging, I said here, Tolar gets gadded by Jason as they escape. So he gets one in the gut, and he jumps while he's still shot.
But he takes it.
Yeah, he takes it. He's the new kid. He took it. And so he jumps on to Jason. This is a gorilla we're talking about, in case you're talking about you thought we were talking about a 12-year-old boy named Jason. And of course it's that oh-so-familiar fight for the gun scene. Gun goes off. How many times do you think that's happened in the history of cinema and TV?
If I had to make a serious guess, a maximum amount of time.
That's probably so. That's probably right. The maximum amount of times that you can believe that two individuals have fought over a gun. You can't see what happens.
You hear a gunshot.
And then who's the one that's going to die? It's all, How many times does that happen?
It's always the antagonist.
It's happened a maximum amount of times. I mean, it doesn't need to happen anymore in history. Okay. Of course, this was back in the 70s, so they probably had another 6 to 7 million times that they could show this in a TV show or movie. So Jason is rocked by the bullet, and he goes into I have to say, kind of like a fetal death scene. Like he's like all fetal and in the way his stance is. I was like, that's not good. Somebody lay him out a little bit more dignified than that. So they're both dead. They're both KO. All right, gunshots. Mm-hmm. As they take off, our heroes and Mark, they hide outside of town. They're waiting, and Prefect Barlow knows that they're going to be out there.
I guess.
Yeah, he's got some intuition. And I got here. Mark talks to Prefect Barlow and is told his dad ate it. So his dad bit the bullet, and he says, "Well, what about the games?" He's like, "Well, look, the games died with your dad. Like he's a star. He's the main dude. He's the main attraction." They then ask the Beastmaster to go with them. Like, "Why don't you come with us?" And he's like, "No, not really." He says, "I want to make sure the killing stops," which I don't understand.
Yeah, if Prefect Barlow just said the games are over.
Well, I guess he's saying, maybe they're going to institute something else. Maybe, like he said, the fist is what Jason said.
Yeah, maybe.
But we find out Barlow actually shows up later on in another episode. He's actually a good guy. You find out at the end of this. And he's like, "No, I'm going to run home." So he jogs back to the village, and our heroes are like, "Well, let's go run over these hills right here."
Well, the important thing is, before Mark Singer leaves, Barlow gave him the disc.
That's right.
The information
disc. The disc is back.
And he said, "Give this to your friends and tell them that they've never met me,
right,
and I've never met them."
Right. So
that's how they get their disc back, which is going to lead us into the next episode of the show.
Correct.
In which they are still searching for a way to find the information that's on the disc for a possibility to get home.
And that's the end of the episode. As they run over the hills, there's a lot of running. And you'll notice, too, that they've got some really sweet backpacks, I believe. I would call them a deluxe leather backpack. And they come and go as episodes come and go. So you'll see them with them one episode, and then they don't have it, and vice versa. So there's a mystery with the backpacks, is all I'm saying, with these leather backpacks.
If the next episode's the one I'm thinking of, it's a very good episode.
The Trap. It's called The Trap.
It's the one in the city, right?
It's a trap. It's a trap.
All right. Well, that's all the tease you get, people. It's a trap.
It's
just know that there is a trap in the next episode.
And it's a very good episode. This episode, I think, is a good episode of the bunch.
The Gladiators?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the first episode. I think it's good for an intro to it. I like this episode. The third one's really good. And then we'll have some stinkers here and there. Not too many. And that's the Gladiators. Overall, I think it's a very good episode. And you enjoy the fighting. You enjoy Mark Singer. I mean, the brawling. He's got some nice bracers. They're probably like bracers +1 is what I'm thinking. For some reason, he's wearing them. And overall, I think it's a cool episode. What do you think? Good.
Bracers +1? Are you an RPG nerd?
Yeah. They're like bracers. They're obviously magical.
Podcast dissolved.
Yeah, right. Like you didn't know that. So yeah, good stuff. What else? What else we got? That's the show. That's that episode. And it's the episode that tell you.
That's the show.
Yeah, that's the show. That's the episode that says this guy's trying to. I don't know what the meaning of this episode is.
I'm not going to try to take any kind of meaning out of
this episode.
Mark Singer being a pacifist hippie.
I
got enough of that from Lucius.
I guess it's just showing you that Alan and Peter can kind of change somebody.
If you can change, I can change.
Yeah, then we can change. Then the whole world can change. Haven't I already said that on an episode of this?
I don't know.
Like 40 episodes back, it feels like.
Maximum episodes ago.
More than likely. So we've got another episode coming next week. Mm-hmm. We're going to be back on schedule from our little hiatus that we had. If you like Planet of the Apes, hope you'll tell your friends about our podcast here.
Yep.
And for the love of God, give us a review. Give us a 1-star review for just so I know that I see a 6. I look on there, 5 reviews, 5 reviews, 5 reviews. We've been doing this for months now.
Well, yeah, man, but dude, are we doing it for recognition?
But I mean, at least I know that people are out there alive listening to it.
We've had more followers on Twitter.
Well, that's because
at Go 8 Podcast.
I farmed them.
It doesn't matter. They followed us.
I just want some people.
I tried to sneak followers in. You know what I did?
What'd you do?
I did a couple tweets during San Diego Comic Con and hashtag
that.
SDCC on them. Like,
don't know if we got any takers or not.
I don't know if we did either, but just to try to get it out there.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Apes podcast, SDCC.
Check it out if you're out San Diego. So hopefully next week we'll be telling you about Guardians of the Galaxy. We'll be telling you about Jonathan or possibly both of our trips to Dragon Con. Possibly not me. More than likely not me.
And me. But Ralph Macchio's there. And I got to meet the Karate Kid because I do love that movie.
Yep.
A lot.
C. Thomas Howell's going to be there. A lot of people. Patrick Stewart.
Are any of the other people from Karate Kid going to be there?
The Master.
Martin Cove?
Yeah, he's going to be there.
Okay, I met him. He's a nice guy.
3 of them.
What about William Zabka? The guy that played Johnny?
Don't think so.
Because he's been going to a lot of shows lately. And the guy that played Mike Barnes from Karate Kid 3, the main bad guy from that, he's been doing a lot of shows with all of them lately. So I wonder if the 2 of them are going to be there too. Because if so, man, that really might make me go.
Well, this is the thing. People don't know. What do we do on time?
We're only like 46 minutes.
Okay, this is the thing about Jonathan. He likes, I think I'm going to get this right. He likes Back to the Future.
Yep, it's going.
He likes Karate Kid.
Ralph Macchio Karate Kid movies.
Well, you like them all. You like the new one with the Smith boy.
No.
And
I don't like that, and I don't like the Hillary
Jackie
Swank
Chan.
one.
Jackie Chan's given us 100 years of entertainment.
I don't like the Hillary Swank one either.
Thanks a lot, Jackie Chan, for 100 years of karate kicks and kung fu flips.
Keep going.
You like Ghostbusters.
Of course.
You like Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
And those are the 4, right? I mean, I would say that of all things that you enjoy, that's pretty much it, right? That's the top 4. I mean, you like other things, don't get me wrong. But those are the ones that encompass you.
You mean franchises, I guess.
Just things, nerdom.
Let's see.
Those are the top, dude.
Yeah, that's a good bit. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So for gifts, if you want to send us gifts.
I would say, also with that, anything John Carpenter does.
He's pretty good.
Because I even like some of his movies that people have foo-fooed. Like
what?
Well, like that movie that took place on Mars where Ice Cube was in it. Like Ghost of Mars. Like even I don't think that's horrible.
I don't think I've seen it.
I don't think it's terrible.
Okay.
Like a lot of people hate that movie.
What's your favorite movie of John Carpenter's?
It's tough. It's either going to be... most likely it's going to be Big Trouble in Little China, which I love through and through. But close second, if not right there beside it, Prince of Darkness is great.
I'm glad I introduced you to that film.
You did.
What's your favorite John Carpenter song tied into a movie that him and his band did?
The Coupe de Villes.
Yeah, the Coupe de Villes.
I had their CD.
I know you're a big Coupe de Villes fan.
I do have the Coupe de Villes CD.
You're that guy.
I'm the one guy who bought their CD. I didn't buy it. It was burned for me.
Against the law.
No, man. I mean, I like John Carpenter.
Okay.
I mean,
You like John Carpenter,
like
but I still wouldn't put that up. But like, I wouldn't associate that. Like your Ghostbusters. He's got his fingers crossed for a new Ghostbusters movie with Jack Black in it. I know that.
No, they're talking about rebooting it with all female cast.
Yeah. We'll see. So yeah, that's Jonathan. And how did we get on that? How did I get on that? What were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about
Karate Kid.
You were talking about Malf Rocchio. That's what you were talking about coming to Dragon Con. Call him Malf.
I think I'm gonna call him Rafe.
Oh, yeah?
Rafe Macchio.
Hey, Rafe. See what he says. He probably beat your ass. He probably still knows tons of that fucking karate.
Well, he only needs one move. Crane technique.
I'm sorry. Karate.
Dirk's
going to kill me.
The crane technique, because as Mr. Miyagi said, if done correctly, no defense.
Well, ask him when you go to Dragon Con, because more than likely I will not be able to go. I'm just going to let you know that now. Ask him how he was told by the ref, no hits to the face, yet he wins with a kick to the face. Can you tell that? Be like real serious. Can you explain that to me, Ralph?
I've been wondering this since 1984.
Yeah, can you explain this to me?
30 years.
And
this has been bothering me.
And I want a good fucking answer, too.
I'm going to look over at Martin Cove. Martin, get in on this with me?
Can you get on this? You won that shit. That was a disqualification, is what you just said.
30 years.
Yeah.
I mean, this has been bothering me.
And you got your fucking nose honked for that shit because you lost, too, there, Martin. Right? Look, you get embarrassed.
He did.
You shouldn't have been embarrassed.
After his fists were bloodied from punching windows.
Which was just poor. I mean, how do you not see an old man moving out of the way? He's not that fast.
Well, you know what's really funny to me? Okay, so this started the Karate Kid 2, obviously.
Yep.
He goes like this. Punch at Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi dodges, right? Fist through window. Then
Somehow gets
he's just staring at his fist. Just staring at his fist, real wide-eyed, like, I can't believe my fist is bloody. So then he goes to punch Mr. Miyagi again. Mr. Miyagi this time turns the other direction, fist smashes through window. What window? Like,
I guess the
first time Miyagi went to the right, the second time he goes to the left. So both times,
the rear and the forward and the front.
but I think both times the way he turns it would have been the same position on the car.
It regenerates.
It's like,
the glass regenerated.
I need a car like that.
Hell yeah, you just destroy that glass anytime you want.
How about this though? Just
looking at his fist.
looking at his fist. Oh, bloody.
I regret my decision.
Nah, I love those movies. Even the third one. Everybody hates the third one. I remember seeing the third one in the theater.
What about the new Karate Kid? The one with, I believe, a Hilary Swank, Academy Award winner.
2-time Academy Award winner.
Yep.
And that's what I said to you a minute ago. I don't like that film. Don't acknowledge that film.
I thought you did like it.
No.
But it's got Pat Morita.
Well, they all have Pat Morita.
Except for the new one, it's got Jackie Chan. Thank you for 100 years of entertainment. Karate kicks and kung fu flips.
Now, the Hilary Swank one does have Ironside as the bad guy. Michael Ironside.
That is pretty good.
So,
does he have his robotic?
See at the party, Rick.
Does he have his robotic hand from Starship Troopers?
No.
Damn. I've never seen that film. I've started it, turned it off, and did I ever finally?
You're talking about the next Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I ever fucking watch the third one? Did we ever finally sit down and watch that?
No, I haven't been able to get you to watch it, which you should because I actually like the movie.
But you said there was a guy you said Ralph Macchio's in that, but I'm seeing a dude that's like a good 80 pounds heavier than Ralph Macchio in that third movie. How can that be Ralph Macchio?
Well, not to mention, how are you going to call somebody the Karate Kid when he's like 30 years old in the film?
I think he was 60 when he made the third one. I'm confused. IMDb will tell us how old he was. I'm certain he was pushing 50.
Should I wear my Karate Kid T-shirt when I go see him?
Is that the one that's got the crane kick on it?
Yeah, it says the crane technique.
Yeah.
Failing to save your dorky ass since 1984.
Possibly so.
Should I wear that when I go meet him?
The line is going to be huge.
For Ralph Macchio, you think?
Yeah, it's going to be massive. Massive line.
Maybe so. But see, that's the problem. Like you said, if I go on a Monday, who knows if he'll even be there?
He might not even be there.
Which is sad.
Nah,
but
there's no reason to go without Rock Malcolm. I'm just saying. There's no reason to go. For you, my opinion.
Well, yeah, he's the only autograph I'd want to get. That's what I'm saying. He's the only autograph there I'd want to get. Person I'd want to meet. I'd really rather get a picture with him than get an autograph.
Yeah. Because you can get an autograph from the eBay.
I've gotten to the point now, man, where I'm just tired of buying autographs. Like, I'm tired of spending money on somebody
You've got, what, six autographs?
Yeah, I have 6 autographs.
Times 1,000.
I need to liquidate a lot of those. Like, try to just sell them.
Yeah.
If anybody out there, if you're looking for an autograph celebrity, chances are I have it.
Yep.
If it's in a sci-fi
Some of them are
genre.
dead. Even has dead people.
Oh, yeah, I've got several dead people. So if you're looking for an autograph, just send me a tweet, and I'll give you a price. I'll give you a good deal. I got to offload some shit. If you're a fan of Star Trek, Deep Space Nine,
Stargate,
Next Generation, Stargate, Battlestar Galactica,
if you're a nerd,
yeah, Farscape, anything sci-fi channel related.
Ooh. Speaking of Farscape,
if you want it, I probably got it. Let me know. We'll make you a deal.
Speaking of Farscape, I think you're really going to like Guardians because I believe it has a very strong Farscape type thing to it, like the craziness of Farscape.
That's cool.
So you'll enjoy that. But yeah, big. If you need autograph, look out for Abe Randall on the Twitters.
Yep.
And
send me a tweet.
And yeah, Ralph Macchio,
I'm going to try to tweet Ralph Macchio. I know he probably won't respond. He does respond to some of his people. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to ask him, hey, what days are you going to be at Dragon Con? Just to make sure. And maybe he'll actually answer that.
Right. And maybe by now, I think that their thing should be up, like the schedule.
Yeah, but
sometimes it does list.
Does it say for people what days they'll be there?
Some days, sometimes. But there's always cancellations and changes.
Patrick Stewart there again this year?
Yep.
I thought I saw him on the website.
In my opinion, this is the best lineup I've ever seen at Dragon Con.
They've had some good ones in the past few years.
So, yeah, Dragon Con's pretty cool. It's our convention we go to. Usually our big one that we kind of go to, except for you with your San Diego.
Yeah.
We used to go to that. How we
doing on time? San Diego now at this point is like every other year. 54 minutes. We're fine.
All right. Well, I guess we can start wrapping it up. What time is it? Gee, it's 4:46. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I could eat.
We're going to probably do Arby's tonight, people. So
I'm thinking.
Yeah. We might have this out on Saturday, though. It'll be Sunday.
Yeah, I'll probably won't edit this till tomorrow and put it out tomorrow.
So yeah, next week we're going to have The Trap, Planet of the Apes TV show, episode number 3. And we'll be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, more about Dragon Con, obviously, and Jonathan possibly get into a fist fight with Ralph Macchio, which will be enjoyable.
I would never fight him.
Why not?
He'd kick my ass.
You could mock him for his burns in The Outsiders.
I'm trying to think. What else has he been in that we could mock because of any? I was just going, these two Utes. These Utes.
Hey, remember that time that Danny DeVito said Utes? Danny DeVito. Oh, that would be funny. See, it's Joe Piscopo. See, I got it wrong. It's Joe Piscopo.
Has he been in a movie since My Cousin Vinny?
Joe Pesci. Sure. I don't know. Is Pat Morita going to be there?
That's terrible, man.
That's terrible. He got killed by that King Cobra.
He did get killed in King Cobra. It's one of the best death scenes ever recorded in cinema.
Those damn angels singing.
I mean, it's one of the best death scenes. And people, if you've never seen King Cobra.
Whoa!
King Cobra. I've quickly usurped Caesar there.
I think so.
If you've never seen King Cobra, find that. I don't know if it's on Netflix or not.
Probably not.
But
it's a B-rated movie.
It's a terrible B film.
One of these big snake movies.
Python's also a good one.
Yeah.
But King Cobra has got one of the greatest death scenes of all time.
It's Pat Morita's death scene.
As a matter of fact, you can probably find it on YouTube. You can probably just find it on YouTube.
Yeah, I think it is on YouTube.
But it's wow, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible. If you don't shed a tear, you have no soul. You are cold inside when you see that Pat Morita death scene.
Also, if you don't laugh at it, you have no soul inside.
Exactly. You need to have a little bit of both. So this has been a wacky episode. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
So the wackier, the better. We got nobody listening, probably, so we can just do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
We could plot world destruction here.
We had one person notice that we didn't put up a podcast last week.
And he's a good guy. I like him a lot. He's probably listening to this one.
Haven't met him.
He owes me $5. He doesn't owe me $5.
I did see, I think he commented that he's enjoying you role-playing Call of Cthulhu.
Yep.
He gave you a nice compliment.
He's one of my players, and he's been enjoying it, and he's a good player. And he's taking notes and shit, so he's already a step up.
Well, anybody that pays attention is
it's helpful.
Step up.
Like, wow, looking over at him, he's paying attention. But yeah, and his girlfriend actually knitted us these little Call of Cthulhu's for all the players. These little knitted Call of Cthulhu's things. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool of her. So again, thank you to her. And I know that he's listening. And I hope he's not touching himself during this episode.
That's weird.
I know. I think that's what he's doing.
Speaking of listening, you hear this song coming in right now?
Oh, yeah. I like that. I can't remember which one.
I know what it is.
Did you tell me?
I did.
Oh, it's a good one. Yeah, I liked it.
You got it now?
Yeah. It's not one I would choose, but it's all right.
It's a good tune.
It's no Moody Blues, but all right.
It is no Moody Blues.
So, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Go 8 Podcast. If you're out there and you're looking to go crazy, try to go 8 instead. And Go 8 Podcast on Twitter.
Yep.
Ape Randall on Twitter. And Savage GM on Twitter. And
you can find us on the iTunes.
Yeah, look for us on iTunes. Our website's dead, has no motion whatsoever. And Go 8.
Go 8.
Go 8.
When you're alone.